Okay, let me tell you how this is really going. Let me tell you how. Oh my God! Listen, I might cry. Like, legit. Let me tell you how this is really going, right? I had somebody ask me, like, oh, how do you start a podcast? And I'm like, um, this is what I'm trying to do. So we're going to figure this out together. We are in August, and whew, child, it is. Yeah, this is hard. This is harder than I thought. And I keep saying that. And I think I'm finding myself getting discouraged. Like, this is harder than I thought. So let me start telling you what happened today to give you an idea of what this journey has looked like. Oh, my back is hurting. Oh, and that's the other part. My back hurts so badly. Like, I carry tension in like my belly. And I found out this past, like a few days back, Drew's my husband. He was like, bro, I think your back also like carries tension. So my whole back hurts. Like, it hurts so much. What is up with this angle? It hurts so much. Okay. That is the tip of the ice. I wake up at 6 o'clock this morning. To do some work because I know that I have to do work and I have a lot to do because this is something that I'm doing on my spare time. So I'm doing this on weekends. I'm doing this at nights, like how I'm talking to you right now. It's at night, right? So there's just, the time thing is really hard. So that's the biggest thing, like just making time for it. Like, when you're doing something like this, when you have a dream, when you have a vision, like it's not like, time doesn't go, oh, Mary, see, I got all this time for you. Like, you have to make time, but it's really hard. And, and I am a mom, I'm a wife, and it's just like a lot. I keep saying it's a lot 2,100 times. So I wake up at 6 o'clock this morning. I get myself together a little bit. I pull up my computer right away, which is not how I love to start my morning. I'm not going to hold you. Like, that does not start me off well. But I knew that I had to do some things, for work, and I had to really prepare. So I'm doing that. I have a meeting at 9 o'clock in the morning. And so the morning is pretty, I'm like, okay, I woke up at 6. I had time, had to do what it is that I needed to do. I have a meeting at 9 a.m. I know that like I struggle, like when I'm feeling nervous or anxious or really busy, I don't eat. So I know like there's just things that I have to like make myself do. So I was like, okay, Mary, like you need to eat. I was like, all right, how am I going to do that? I was like, you know what? My meeting is actually going to be shorter because I have another meeting at 10 o'clock. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to boil eggs. And then, I'm just going to run and like get them. At least I can be eating boiled eggs while I'm in my meeting. Do you know where the story goes from here? Because it is crazy, okay? So next thing you know, I'm hearing, because so much time has passed, I'm hearing boom, boom. And I think the kids woke up and they're playing with a ball, which is weird. Because I'm like, why are they playing with a ball early morning? Child, it's the eggs. The water been evaporated. The eggs are exploding. The fire alarm is going off. And I run out. And I am scared. Like, I am freaking out. Like, it's so dangerous. I was going to burn my whole house down. I have a meeting. Oh my God. Like, crazy. That's how like my day started. And I just felt like it's like a really good picture. It's not fun. It's funny now, but it just felt like it was like a really good picture of what it is that has been going on with this podcast launch. This has been really hard. Like, okay, so we had to buy equipment. So I have some boxes that I actually have to throw out. So I'm going to show you. So let me start with like, what do you need to start a podcast? So let me start there. What do you need to start a podcast? You have to choose, obviously, what kind of podcast are you going to do? Who's going to be your audience? Who are you talking to, right? Who's your audience? What's the subject? What are you going to do? Are you going to do solo videos? Are you going to do interviews, right? Like, what is it? Like, what are you going to talk about? What is it going to look like, right? So for Positive Birth podcast, we're literally talking about positive birth, and they are mostly like interviews. There's some solo in there, but we're talking about birth stories that are really good. that are positive, right? And what's the goal? The goal is that we are changing the narrative about birth, one positive story at a time, is what I keep saying. So because I'm doing interviews, right? We need not just one mic, we need 2 mics. We thought that we had an extra mic somewhere and we didn't. So I had to get a mic. So I don't have the mic because I just put it up together. This was kind of like the box where it came from. So we had to get 2 of these, okay? We had to get 2 of these and it was about 100 something per mic, okay? We had to get stands. Where is it? Stands. 2 of these. You need to have an audio box. Don't ask me what these things are because I don't even, like, I'm learning what these things are. So this is like an audio box. This is the one that I got that you connect the mics to, you connect the mic to, and you have to have like a computer. And then you need to have, this is like a multi-port hub. Child, listen. That connects to the audio box, that connects to your computer. What I have here is a computer cover. So what happened is your girl had an old computer. And this computer, we tried to what is it? We add, what is it called? Update? Yeah, add the updates, but it was too old. And our producer, so my producer is my dear friend that I've known for a really long time, since I was a teenager. And it's really cool because, like, his family is my family. Drew and I, like, the 3 of us actually have a whole story how we, would hang out together. So it's super cool. He's like my kid's uncle, right? But he's really good at what he does. And when I told him about the project, he's like really excited about it. I think I had shared that already. So Grant says it's the computer. We need to figure out how to get you a new computer. We have some friends of ours who work on Macs, like find you an IT person, right? Who he has helped me before in the past, but he didn't have any Macs to sell because I prefer a Mac to get GarageBand, which is what works better. So now we need a new computer. We have already started recording. We didn't realize that this computer wasn't working. So our first 3 episodes are without they're not with the audio box. So Grant, like on the back end as a producer, he's doing like some audio edits so that it still sounds like good, but the mics and that, they like just capture it better. It's going to sound better. It's going to capture your attention better, right? Like you get to hear the story in a better way. We want to do this well. The computer becomes a whole thing. I borrowed my neighbor's computer. She was like, yeah, you can use my computer. We didn't have a specific cord to connect it to the audio box thing. Child. And then we're like, okay, I guess, can you buy a computer? I'm like, bro, I'm still like raising money. We so far have gotten $750. So I've had to like use obviously some of the money outside of the $750 that is mine. I, at the very beginning, did not want to start this process because I knew that I did not have money out of my own pocket to pay for the things that I needed, right? Like I knew that, and that was part of like, we really need sponsors. We need people to help us. And if we had to wait for me to have all of the money that's needed, like we were never going to be here, right? We were never going to start. So this is like a step of faith, to be able to start something without having all the equipment. So we start looking for Macs. We're like, oh, we can go to the Mac store, see if they have like refurbished ones, right? I don't even know what I'm looking for, right? What does refurbished mean? How much does it cost? Like, do I actually have the money to even pay for a refurbished? Child. I talked to Drew, my husband, I'm like, yo, like, we really need a computer. Like, I don't know how we're going to do this. Like, mind you, we have already started recording. So he's like, just hold on. So he goes on Amazon and finds a computer. He's like, I think this might work. I sent the link to Grant. The Mac is $7.99. It's on sale. Grant is like, are you sure this is like $7.99? That's really cheap. It's $7.99. But I got what he was saying, like $799. I was like, yo, I think I can put some stuff together to like pay for it because we really need this computer. So let me show you. The computer has been bought. This is the Starlight color? Don't ask me. Okay. So we bought the computer. Boom. We have everything. Okay. We can start recording with with the audio, capturing it. One of my neighbors, like the teenager, was like, make sure you buy a cover for it. So that's why I bought the cover. She said, buy a cover for it. I might start opening it right now. She goes, buy the cover for it because it like gets like ruined very quickly. You better not, because I gave you all my money. Okay. So now the part 2 challenging begins. We had schedules of when people come and do the interview. They're doing it right here, right? This is the corner that we're doing the interviews. Grant was like, make sure that you prep them, the questions, what it is that you want to do. Like he was like, that's your job. Like, actually capture what you're trying to capture, right? So I'm sending emails ahead of time to the people that are coming. We have all sorts of beautiful people doing this interview. So I'm like, and that's really beautiful for me. And that's like I think that's my skill, that I can like have really good conversations and really be able to capture what it is that I envision, right? Like what it is that I see in my brain. I think I can do that. I can bring it to life. Everything else though is really hard. So I did send them the interview questions, what we're going to talk about. And most of these people, like I know everybody who's on this podcast. So, which is really cool. It's a good way to start, right? I know that like, as we grow, some people, I might not know them right away. I might have to meet them right before. But right now I know the people and I'm so grateful for that, right? Grant was able to do 2 times, two times was able to help like record. But again, we're all doing this at full-time jobs and we have a lot going on, right? Like there's a lot going on. So this is not like our main thing. And so I said, oh, great. Don't you worry. Teach me what it is that I need to do. Teach me what I need to do on this computer. My 10-year-old is really hyped. Like he's just like such the sweetest, right? And he wants to learn stuff. I was like, he will learn, I will learn, we would do it together. The day comes that Grant is not here and we have to record. And I can't remember what he said. We took a video of what he was saying. He showed us the different things you need to do in this Mac. Cannot remember. Can't figure it out. The voice is not coming out of the mic. Like craziness. And at this point, I'm like at the verge of tears because our guest is already here. Because I know that people are taking so much time to make it happen to come here. So I am just like, literally about to cry and embarrassed too, right? Like I invite you to come out of your, like your busy day, your busy life to come. And now I can't figure this out. So we called Grant and thankfully he was like, I think he just got out of a meeting or something from work or I don't know. Anyway, he picks up, he's like, and he's just like very gentle, was just like, hey, show it to me. What is it that you need to do? Bam, 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 bam. He fixes it through FaceTime. True story. We record it, we do it. The second time we do it again, Grant's not here. We had planned. I mean, like we're doing this, when we can at our house, and my son is here, of course. But outside of that, like, what else are we gonna do? And we're working with people's schedule. Something else is not working. Again, like just like this audio, like going to the garage, learning how to learning how to pick up 2 mics at the same time that you can hear it and it's not fuzzy and it's not too low and outside of my comfort zone. That has just been the hardest. It's been really, really hard. And my son is feeling it. He's like just really hard because he really, I keep calling him a mini producer. He's like, help me setting up the whole room. And mind you, this is like our multi-purpose room, right? So once we set up, we have to actually put things back. So this desk has to come back on here. There's, behind you, there's couch. It all has to go back. We can't have it set up like that all day, every day. It's not a podcast studio. We're doing this in my house. So that part has just been so hard. And I ended up having, a meeting with Grant. I was just like, this is harder than I thought. I don't know what to do. And he was just like, yeah, you're learning a whole new skill. So you are in a podcast, you're doing questions, trying to capture what you vision. And then you're learning audio stuff that is not your expertise at all. You're learning, stuff with IT, with computer. Mind you, computers are still something that I'm always learning. So that also feels really hard that I am I feel like I'm stretching in all ways and I am struggling. And I feel like that the way my morning started today was just like a really good depiction of what's going on. And I was really like almost I promise I'm not going to give up, but I think that's what it's feeling right now. And one of the things that's also getting really hard is that we need money, right? I have been emailing and talking to people about sponsorship, different organizations, people that align with this work. And I'm so grateful that we have two organizations that have like given us, like I mentioned, one organization gave us $500 and one organization gave us $250. And so I'm really grateful for that, because for real, that's how we were able to get like, some of this stuff. Again, I had money that had to like come out of my pocket to like buy the computer, because we didn't know we needed to buy a computer. So the money part has been really tricky, and I'm trusting God. I am doing my very best, like trying to communicate to people, tell people who are interested in the work to support, right? To donate. And, especially if your work aligns, like we are doing like advertisements, like marketing for you to an audience. Like, so for example, one of the organizations that has given us money is Coco Life. So Coco Life is like, talks about like they have doulas, they work with moms, they do like maternal work. So we're like promoting and elevating like their specific work that they do, right? So that's part of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people who are aligned with this work, people that know me that we can then promote. But it's really tricky because here we are like looking for, we need money. So what do we need the money for, right? Because you're like, Mary, so you bought the stuff. Like, at least that's what I'm telling myself. You bought the computer, you have the stuff. What do you need money for? We need money to pay for editing. So these videos need to be edited. There's like a lot more back end work that goes. And the average, I think the cost that I'm getting for that is like $150 per video. That means I need to do clips and things like that. We also need marketing so people can know about it. So YouTube is like its own animal, and I'll talk about that in a second. Is that like we want people to actually come and subscribe ahead of time, so that like it can, once we like launched on the 10th, when we start like bringing in the stories every week, is that like we'll have more people know about it. Therefore, if more people know about it, more people can know about it and more people can hear about it. But that all it takes, like I'm like, we need to do Facebook ads. We don't right now. We have zero. We have $0 for that. And of course, like, the goal is that like, we can pay grant, we can pay, we can pay folks like for doing the work. And honestly, one of the things that's really been bothering me, and I'm so grateful that everybody has been so graceful. I have like nothing for the people that have come here to share their story. And I like water, or like snacks. I'm like, how cool would it be to give them a gift? So I'm still hoping that like we can raise money to give them like gifts to, to honor their story. Even though like I haven't been able to give them now, I'm hoping that like by September when we launch, maybe like when their story like airs, like I can send them something. Because I just think that's like a way we honor people. And that's really my prayer. I'm like, I hope that we get that, the money, the funds to be, to be able to do that. Because this work, like for someone to come and share like their sacred, intimate story, yes, it's positive and it's really exciting. But for someone to, they don't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like, and I want to really like honor them. I mean, they know how grateful I am. I have sent my gratitude and I'll forever will. Like, I'm thanking them profusely. They're like, Mary, we get it. You're thankful. That's fine. I wanted to share my story. But I really want to honor them like with a gift. Like that would be like really sweet. But right now we don't have like, funding. And I'm really hoping that like, that comes through, that we'll have, people donate. That's the part. So like so I talked about what the computer stuff, like the tech stuff has been really challenging. The money part has been challenging. And let me finish up with telling you about this YouTube. YouTube is out of my, oh my gosh, this place is so out of my comfort zone. Like, I do not have TikTok. I mean, I have a TikTok account, but I don't go on TikTok. I don't have a TikTok. I mean, yeah, I had Facebook. Because at some point we all had Facebook. Because that's how old we are. And Instagram is like the only space that I learned it a little bit better. So I'm more comfortable on Instagram as Lemon Life Doula. So YouTube is a whole nother animal. This is a different space. This is such a different space. There's different rules. It's more of like a search button and not necessarily like there's all of this like tips and tricks and da 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 to how people get to see what you have posted. This has been challenging. This is like my third challenging thing is that like I am learning YouTube. I am asking for help for YouTube. I've been sending the link to friends, to people that I know. Please go subscribe. And I think right now we're like at, I don't know how many subscribers, 30 subscribers. We're at 30 subscribers. And I'm so grateful because I'm like, that's 30 whole people. Like listen, I'm grateful. Like I am grateful. Like, because I think for someone to subscribe is that like they're saying, hey, I believe in you and I believe in this work. And that's what I hear. So I'm so grateful that we have 30 subscribers. And so the goal is to go to 100 subscribers before we launch on September 10th. If we can do more, even better. And the beauty of YouTube, which I'm still learning, is that once you hit 1,000 subscribers and you have, I think something like 400 hours, they actually can start like paying you. So that's the goal, is that like, if we can be able like to create something that's sustainable, that is my prayer. I want this to be a sustainable place that like, not that we just come and do something and then we're out because we couldn't continue because of funds, you know, specifically, or because of X, Y, and Z. I'm really want this to be sustainable. If that's through sponsors, that's through people wanting to do marketing, to advertise, to, you know, like through YouTube, you know, kind of like compensating us. And I'm still learning what that means or how to actually do that. But it's a learning curve. So I feel like that was like a word vomit. All of it. This is everything that's going on. It's so hard. That's it. That's how it's going. That's how I guess you do a podcast. That's the journey of it. And I did say from the beginning, I'm going to share with you everything. Like, yes, this is a positive space. We're going to talk about positive birth experience. And I know that there's so many people who want to start this journey, who wants to start a YouTube channel, who wants to start a podcast. And I love that you get to be here and get to hear about the journey. And please share some encouragement. I'm dead serious. Please share encouragement, because it's a hard, and I know that this is, you know, one of the things that's keeping me going is the mission. Why am I doing this? Because I really had that moment of like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? And I have to go back to that, like, oh, okay, I really do believe in this. We do need to change the narrative around birth. We need more people to hear. We need these positive stories, because this is how we, you know, it's part of resistance, right? It's part of like saying, hey, we know that this is what's going on, but now more than ever, this is what we're doing, and this is what we're focusing on. And we're gonna elevate those positive and amazing stories. That's all I got. All right, let me open this thing. I've been trying to open it all. I haven't opened it yet, but anyway, I appreciate you. I cannot wait to hear from you. Please share your encouragement, any tips that you have for me on here. And I'll keep you updated.